What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So today, going over some more galvanized builds for you with this new update. And today we've got actually one of the most powerful primaries in the game, easily. It's the Trumna. This thing is kind of hard to get. You have to get like a couple parts built, get the blueprint from the Deimos Syndicate on the open world, the Necrolisk. This thing is actually really strong, so we'll get into it right now. But make sure you're subbed to the YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff before we go over this video. Alright, the Trumna. Now, this thing is a favorite of a lot of people, and it was in my top 10 primaries to look out for in the new update video. We'll be revisiting basically all those weapons. But there's a couple things you want to keep in mind with this weapon and a lot of other weapons in the future. I'm still waiting for the galvanized condition overload mods for primaries to get bug fixed. They still don't work. So none of the builds you will see will have those on there until they fix them. So what we've got here, the Trumna, Master Rank 13 required, high crit chance on the primary shot with impact and heat innately, and then it's also got a very small explosion on the bullets of the primary full auto shot, which will be like 1.6 range. You also got 30% status chance, a 200 round magazine, and a 5 whole second reload, so very slow reload. But thankfully we got primary merciless, which gives us increased reload speed. So that 5 seconds right there gets chopped down a lot by just primary merciless. Also, it has a secondary shot. Once you get 5 kills, you get the meter fully filled up, and you can release the Super Blast. And the Super Blast is a gigantic, like, bouncing bomb that destroys everything in your path. And the reason this is one of the best primaries in the game, this one-shots Acolytes very easily. I mean, I'd say this is the best primary in the entire game for killing Acolytes. So if you are someone that, like, you don't want to use melee, you don't want to use, like, whatever, like, you don't want to use, like, Core Whipclaw or whatever, this is your best bet. And I would recommend that everyone gets this weapon if you are trying to use a primary to kill Acolytes on the steel path, because as you can see right here, surprise, he's dead. This is with a Riven, but I'm going to show you a no Riven build that can still get red crits. Alright, so it's got that base heat, it's got that base impact. You're not going to be getting a lot of condition overload procs here, but you will be getting some pretty good ones. Like with our build on here, we've currently got viral and heat, and the heat's innate, so you only got to put on some mods for viral. And I know I said the other day a galvanized scope is bad, and I still agree that it is bad. But if you don't have a Riven mod with crit chance or anything like that, you can actually use galvanized scope on this weapon, as you will be going for headshots pretty often. So here's the build. A lot of the builds on this channel have looked pretty similar. That's because viral hunter munitions is one of the best combinations you can go for. So we've got galvanized scope right here on headshot, increased crit chance while aiming for 12 seconds on headshot kill. You can stack it up to 5 more times. So 320% increased crit chance if you stack this all the way up. Also galvanized chamber. This is just a power crap version of split chamber. If you have this, definitely run it. You've got critical delay on here for more crit chance, reduced fire rate. If you take that off and you put on point strike, it's going to be a little bit less crit chance. So it's going to honestly be up to you. We go from 72 to 60, and the secondary explosive shot goes... So the nice thing about critical delay is with this on here, it actually goes to 114% crit chance. But if you were to put just point strike on there, it's 95. So I'd say definitely put critical delay on here. Then we've got Prime Cryo and Malignant Force. You could technically go with just the dual stat 60-60 mod for cold there if you want a little bit less upfront elemental damage, but more status procs. And that's going to honestly be just as good, if not better, because it will give you more consistent viral procs for your hunter munitions. But for right now, we'll put it like that. And we've got Vigilante Supplies for infinite ammo and increased crit potential. And we've also got hunter munitions for, like I said, the slash procs. The slash procs scale really well. And then since we have no serration on here, we have primary merciless. Get some kills, get some increased damage. And our reload goes down to 3.8 with that arcane equipped. So yeah, this thing is really strong. These are armored steel path Grineer. Some of the tankiest you can get potentially, and we're already like almost 10 minutes in. So they will technically scale a lot harder eventually, but you know, how much time do you actually have in your day to be going and wiping out the Grineer in your mission? Maybe you have a bunch of time, and this will still serve you very well for quite a long time. This is with no Riven. Well, this gameplay actually is with a Riven, but I'll show it in the simulacrum with no Riven real quick. So we've got the Arcane Avenger on our Warframe, and we've got the Vigilante mod on our frame as well. So we will be technically be getting some crits. But I definitely say you should be investing heavily in your primary build if you're trying to, you know, get the most bang for your buck. So let's summon in some butchers to get our stacks up, and then we'll summon in some heavy gunners to just release the beast on. So make sure you get those 5 kills to get your super shot charged up before the Acolyte gets there, and you'll be good to go. You should basically always be one-shotting the Acolyte, honestly. As long as you're ADS'd when it spawns, you'll get that increased crit chance from Galvanized Scope. So, all right, let's summon in the chumps. 12 of the Butchers, 6 of the Officers, and we've got Prime Bay and the Grenier giving us increased crit damage. Oh, not crit damage, actually overall damage. So we get those headshot kills on the fodder enemies, also get our Merciless stacks. So as you can see right there, that little bar in the middle right there, that's us saying that we have our super shot ready. So just release it. I mean, yeah, it bounces around a lot too, so and you can just keep doing it again and again. Now this weapon is currently pretty messed up with Zephyr. I'm not going to really go into depth on that. But as you can see, even the primary shot can shred through these Grenier. One shot the level 180 Goose Drag Officer with a headshot. So very good stuff there. You can see millions of damage with no ribbon. So if you have a ribbon, go for crit chance, crit damage, multi-shot. You know how it is nowadays. The damage stat is a little bit less valuable on ribbons compared to before because we have the arcanes, we have all this galvanized stuff. It's not as important as before, but it's still really, really good. And I'd still highly recommend those stats on ribbons, just basically increasing your DPS. The fun thing is you're doing so much damage that, I mean, I guess you could go for status chance, but you're honestly not going to need it. So, you know, I got another Trumna ribbon right here. Might go for, you know, maybe reload speed, fire rate. The funny thing is the super shot actually takes 0 ammo of your magazine. So if you're just like, you know, getting some kills here and there, you're not going to run out of ammo that fast. Even though it has a gigantic magazine and a really bad reload. You know, like look, I'm killed 5 enemies. I'm still at 194, and we can just use that. No ammo is expended, and we can just keep on going. So you can probably fire for a good 3 to 5 minutes without having to reload at all, which is very nice on this thing. But I'd still say that primary Merciless is the best call. As you can see, the reload is still very, very slow. This thing also has a bit of a recoil issue, so if you are not someone that likes to control recoil, maybe consider taking up Vigilante supplies for a recoil reduction mod. This weapon cannot run the auto reload mod, whatever that one's called. I think it's like lock and load or something for rifles because it would be too nice. So as you can see right there, with the recoil reduction, very nice. It's basically on target permanently, but it is technically a DPS loss as we do not have the Vigilante set bonus. That's going to be basically a bit to the video, guys. I hope that you found this helpful. Yeah, lots of videos like this coming out soon. I mean, I just want to go over the primaries that have gotten buffed. Once those galvanized condition overload mods like galvanized savvy and all that are bug fixed, we will definitely be making some videos I want to make for a long. I want to make the Archoplasma video, but honestly, the fact that mod is bugged out makes me kind of afraid to do it. So, yeah. And the reason that those guys didn't die there is because we did not have our galvanized mods all stacked up. That's the big thing about this. If you're trying to just like jump right in here, you're not going to have your stuff stacked up. And now that we do have it stacked up, look how much higher that damage was. It's very different nowadays. If you're running a galvanized build, you need to get kills to stack up, but you'll be doing overall more damage than before by a lot. So, take it easy, guys. I'll see you next time, and peace.